why don't you read us the introduction and the murder and all that?
Terminal Directive, the murder. She was glad the bodies were gone, even if the smell still lingered. Investigator Whitney Frank had seen her share of violent crime scenes, but these ragdoll corpses with crushed skulls had left her shaken. 2 techs bagged the heavy sledgehammer while a low-hovering cam drone gathered some last-minute images. The other officers milled among themselves, sipping yucca bean or sweeping away vert after vert of logs. Soon this will be just another case number in the immense NAPD backlog. Pretty quick mop job, quipped a familiar voice. Bet that really burns you, Wit. Investigator Inez Delgado, that's a girl, stepped out of the shadows, her fingers dancing around her illuminated pad as always. Yeah, too quick, Frank shook her head. Somebody wants us to go away quietly. What are you doing down there? As part of the Cyber Bureau, Delago rarely left her desk. The city's surveillance network searched her. I had a hunch, replied Delgado. Local SECOM is busted, but I intercepted some vid from another source. The sort that journos glee in some corpse nightmare.
Run like that.
Of course she had. Delgado had probably hacked the source herself. The victims were all human first, Frank explained. The evidence points to them being jumped by someone big, heavily augmented, really strong. He killed them all with a sledgehammer, exactly the same way Human First goes about destroying golems. Delgado crossed her arms and looked at the ground. It was a Bioroid that did this. Frank stared. No way. Bioroids can't kill. They've got those directives. The vid all but proves it, Delgado said. Maybe someone wrote a new directive.
Wow.
That's it.
Ash, thank you again for your subscription. Welcome to the beautiful goddamn golden table number 2. We have a bunch of golden tables lined up in a row. In addition, as the command's now working because I accidentally deleted it, then added it again. You guys can vote for emotes there. What else is happening to continue our setup?
So, for the command page setup, you've each built the recommended decks for Isla Baosram and Sadir Laboratories.
So actually, I am...
Sorry, Rebel Justin and Bryn Corp.
Yes. Just so we all know.
As you can see up top, you each have the pad that corresponds to your side.
Yes.
So you're each going to open your secret card and sticker packs. You guys can go over those. We'll read after. I'll go over the tokens while you guys read them in your head. Yeah, feel free to read through those. So for our tokens, we've got these green chits. These are worth 1 credit. They each have their click trackers here and here.
Blue is worth 2 and...
Yeah, blue is 2. Pink, red, whatever is 3. Orange is 5. For smaller things, as these black bars are also similar size. That's bad publicity, though you probably will struggle to see that. We got these splotchy ones. These are virus tokens. These green hexagons are power counters. We've got green circular recurring credits. These blue circles are advancement tokens. The pink brains are, of course, brain damage. Also, the generic tokens used for femme fatale and the like.
Mike?
And these blue tokens are tags.
Welcome to another month at the golden table. We have a golden salt shaker for you. Because, boy, you salty. Okay.
So you guys go ahead and read your story if you choose to.
Yeah, we'll read them out loud, I think. We'll get, like, the whole thing going. I'll go first. This series of stickers belongs to Runner Set 1 and includes 1.5 to 9. Okay, good.
This one, that one's relevant.
Task, Ounce of Prevention. So I have 2 tasks that I can choose from, which will go into slot G on my little sheet.
Mm-hmm.
I have, the playbook says, the best time to win a battle is before it begins. Preparation is everything. You decide to take your time and start slow. There's no sense in tipping your hand and letting the authorities know you're chasing this murderer. Your secretary, Proxy with a 0 instead of an O, agrees. Speaking as the most important resident of your rig, the last thing I want is for you to hit some gray or black ice and get my home scragged and melted. Let's get some tools to work with. So, when you have 3 or more programs installed, gain 6 money, and then close this file. Credits.
You have to use the flavor.
I'll try my best. Close this file. Do we know what that means? Does that mean just
Close the file means you put one of
Okay,
Use
so
stickers over
basically,
it, it's just
it's
a
a
stop.
one-time thing I can
Yeah.
do. I also have this one, Task Runner, or Run Runner. The playbook says the best way to penetrate defenses is to already be inside. Sometimes that means subverting an asset already in play or playing some sort of long con to get legit access. But other times it can mean running faster than the defenders can build their walls. So you fire up your rig and proxy with a 0 instead of an O, your secretary is already championed to go. Let's do it, boss. I've got tonight's festivities all mapped out. You jack in. What a rush. When you access cards during 3 separate runs during the same turn, draw 2 cards, then close this file.
For reference, tasks are optional goals that you can do. They just provide the immediate bonuses. They're not necessary to win the game.
And then I have ethos effects, or ethos effects. In slot A, which is, I have 2 choices. Whenever the corpse...
Protector.
Oh, cool. Protector, and then I also have...
And the other one's-
Predator.
Yeah.
Whenever the corpse scores an agenda, I gain 2 credits. Or whenever the corpse scores an agenda, draw 1 card, then shuffle 1 card from your heap into your stack. Then I have... Oh,
Heap is the runner's discard,
That's
and
what I
stack
figured.
is going to be your deck. I didn't write down your page. But
reset the board game fund. Mike, do you want to reset the board game fund if you're still around? Because we're in the midst of recording. Objective, follow the trail. Delgado gives you meat box details to coordinate the investigation. Can't have you coming down to the station, she explains. Doubt you'd want to anyway. She introduces you virtually to Officer Frank, a voluptuous, red-headed woman who seems equal parts nervous and exasperated with Delgado's attempts to saddle her with a nickname. Your role is simple, Delgado explains. We think one of the corps is trying to cover this up. Bryn Corp.
What?
Excuse me?
I can crack everything over myself except surprise, I have no warrant, so that part is up to you. Find out what the corp knows that we don't. Brian and I, she says. That's not my name, Frank exclaims. Brian and I will keep working together, working the forensics and eyewitness angle. So, my objective slot, win 1 game. Progress. And I have to do...
So for each of those, whenever it happens, you tick it off, and it's
Yeah.
not done until they're all ticked off.
When complete, reveal set 2. And last but not least, before I have just this stuff, which I'll read after Bryn reads his.
Just a short note. For the ethos, there's Protector and Predator. Some cards will reference what your dominant one is,
Okay.
and that's the one that shows up most.
The
There are
majority.
consequences.
What if there's a
to-
tie? Is it just like...
Your dominant ethos is the symbol in slot A as the first choice you made. This reflects your instincts.
Sick.
So the one you make here will break ties.
Cool. You meet Delgado again in a private chat space, members only, which helps reassure you as to her true identity. You run into a few old friends there, actually. I can't mix these worlds like this, Delgado explains. I can't be a cop and have to bust you guys someday and also be chummy. But this is too important not to use all the assets I have. So if it comes to it, her avatar shrugs, it might have to be all hands on deck. Guru's army, shouts Seraph. No, says someone else, the gang of N. Nothing else productive happens that meeting. So, slot D, progress, lose 1 game, when complete, reveal set 9. All right, Bryn, your turn.
This isn't quite Justin's first game in Netrunner, but it's close to it.
Yeah,
Don't worry, Chad. I'll help him. Make things go smoothly.
All
At
right,
least.
so this goes in slot D. I can just stick these.
Yeah, go for it. Like I said, I'm more happy to have the cards for deck building than to have the campaign itself.
Yeah, this is objective slot.
Okay.
But
Do I need to read them both or just the one I'm
You
taking?
can do the one you're taking.
Okay.
Read the abilities of both, but only choose
Okay.
one.
Well, the one I'm not going to take is the first time you do damage, you may search R&D for a card and add it to HQ. Shuffle R&D, close this file. I'm not super confident in my ability to actually make damage happen, so that's the reason we're not picking
that's
that
pretty
one.
fair. That's probably the Wayland
Yeah.
one. With
Like, I
Scorch
imagine that's the Wayland one. Like, I can do damage, but it's very easy for the runner to avoid.
You're in for
it, so-
Triage, and I think the Netrunner is probably one of the best games I've ever played. I've played a lot of games.
Yeah.
I would agree with all that. And Brad, thank you so much for the donation.
Snagging that top spot.
So we've got your first priority is to get the killer off the streets. You can study the anomaly at leisure afterwards. You reprioritize several internal assets, delaying non-critical projects and reassigning personnel from overstaffed departments. R&D aren't happy about it, but then when are they ever? First time the runner jacks out of a run, I may choose any number of cards in HQ and add them to the bottom of R&D, draw that many cards, close this file.
I really
That wasn't
hope
what you were picking.
That is the one I'm picking.
I really hope there's a plot twist halfway through where there's actually a third person that comes in and we have to work together to fight the serial killer, and it's actually Travis.
That would be fun. I don't think that's gonna happen, because that'd be pretty shitty if you were playing through the game and all of a sudden like find a third player and you're like,
Yeah.
excuse me,
Yeah.
this is what we were doing this afternoon. Like,
So what have we got here?
I do this word, secam. Is that real? That's not a real word, right? That's something they made up. SECCAM.
I don't know.
Secom.
Is that a real word?
That would be like sector command.
Yeah, but it's not. Like,
No, it would be like a made-up slang term.
Okay. Good. I just want to make sure I didn't make too much pass myself when I mispronounced it like 3 times.
Alright, so I went with when you have 3 or more programs installed, gain 6 credits, then close this file. I also have whenever the corpse scores an agenda, gain 2 credits.
So you went with protector?
Yes. I just felt like this one.
If I were playing Wayland, I would have picked the other one.
I
No
know.
problem.
Killing people is so
Sludgy.
much fun.
It's so much easier.
I am intimidated and scared. And we'll see what happens.
Okay, so
No,
I
that's
get...
a fair concern, Ashton fan. That's an issue. It's a 2-player game. I mean, like, it's fine if you have, like, as long as people you have to play are multiple of 2. But the biggest problem I've always had with the game is finding people to play.
So I get, whenever the runner makes an unsuccessful run, I gain 2 money.
Oh, I did this wrong. Oh, good. Oh, thank God. So I actually there's some stuff on this other side of the card that actually
Yeah, there's,
triggers
like,
what you
rule
put in.
shit.
Yeah, I wish I didn't do, but I actually nailed it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So the message has been signed Hertz, which is a handle you'd almost forgotten. The last time you heard it in context of whatever happened to Hertz, anyone remember them? So probably a hoax, but what the hell, you'd open it. It was definitely them. From calling you loser to a dozen other in-jokes, there's no way the message was faked and no
That's
one else
an
would have the
in-joke?
balls to slap a handful of NAPD watermark 3Ds of a murder scene into the data stream like that. Man, I feel like I'm fucking like reading a diary of a 12-year-old writing about the future. So here you are outside a Yucca Bean kiosk and Esmeralda is about to meet Hertz face to face. The problem is that suddenly cops walk up, kicks your foot and says, "Hey loser," and sits down next to you. Okay.
You gotta give fans 5 minute break. This is like their first time doing this sort of thing,
That's
I think,
true.
so.
I mean, like, but like, really, I'm being judgmental because what's the difference with me being like, and then the sword, Marrowbane, and the orcs,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know.
I mean, yeah, you do play Lord of the Rings card game for the entertainment of random people.
Okay, so short version, the reason no one's heard from me in years is I'm a cop now. She shows you her badge, which flashes its ID at your pad. Investigator Inez Delgado. But I need outside help on this one. I got what looks like a spree killer that no one is investigating. She kicks your foot again to stall your protest. Here's the kicker. Killer's a bioroid. You in? Before your first game, add all copies of Investigator Inez Delgado to your deck. Then pick one. I chose this one. 1, a cop does not compute. 2, how can I help get this thing off the streets and hopefully give some corp or another a black eye? Read the follow the trail, read the rise up, placed it, finally destroy all remaining things, but I won't do because Travis told me not to.
I was gonna tell you guys to read the other side, but then you read forever, and I assumed that was what was on the other side.
But I did get the right ones because I have Ounce of Protection.
Perfect.
Right? Just want to make sure. So I had Ounce of Protection. Yep. And Protector and Ethos. So I'm naturally a Protector is what I'm learning. Just
That's good. That's the
naturally
one that this said is your initial instinct or something.
Yeah.
Bryn, what's yours going? What you got going on?
We've got 3 dead in possibly Lu or LV. Who knows?
It's level.
Level?
I think so.
All right. The images spilling across the air before you are gruesome. Mangled bodies. Blood sprayed across a back alley somewhere in Laguna Velasco, which LV. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I should have read this first. 3 dead. The more images follow. The last one is familiar to you. You saw it on the news feed a few nights ago. This is Victor Gray, explains Sloan, your new chief of security, UN bigwig on the Interplanetary Affairs Committee, found dead in his hotel, drowning, ruled an accident. Sloan pauses, reviewing his notes through his brain-machine interface. We know it was a homicide, covered up for 2 reasons. 1, things with Mars are tense as it is. 2, the killer is a bioroid, which is supposed to be impossible, because the first directive forbids them from killing or even allowing a human to come to harm. Sloan gestures, and the vert display swims back to the bloody alleyway murder. It looks like either that same Bioroid is still out there killing, or there's more than one murder bot on the loose. Sloan folds his arms behind his back and waits his briefing done. My staff is ready to pursue this at your order. A renegade Bioroid is a disaster for some and an opportunity for others. One thing is clear, you must find it first.
Just like a corporation.
The one I've chosen is I want it found and neutralized with plausible deniability of any involvement.
This is not me.
So this means
That also fits with your. This is not our Byron.
this means that just if I score one of those, right?
So yeah, that means score, and then that means like look at.
Cool. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
And
you
then
are.
like
I'll
shuffle
take
some
your
cards.
cards that you didn't use.
Shuffle some copies of some stuff.
Yeah,
Into my
of your.
deck.
It's a 3-2 agenda.
It's just a 3-2 agenda. It has no other effect unless I win the game.
We
With it.
refer to an X agenda. X means like how much
It's
you
worth-
need to score it,
X,
and then the
first,
second
yeah,
number
like
is how much
so
to score.
X is like how many tokens need to be placed on it to score it, and Y is like how much it's worth.
Yeah. And no, you're right. This does seem like it's written by someone younger. It's very stereotypical featurey, but I feel like this was
The flavor is actually really good. I was saying that because like I was very drawn like. It was over the top, but like in a way that they exactly meant it to be.
Yeah.
Right. So it wasn't like a.
It really feels like it's almost an introductory product,
Yeah.
and like they want to introduce people in the world with this, or have the option to introduce people into the world.
Now we need to get you to play the Game of Thrones card game on Wednesday night since you're playing all the other LCGs. I actually would not be opposed to buying the Lord of the Rings card game. It's a very
Game of
good
Thrones.
multiplayer. Oh yeah, the Game of Thrones because it's actually a very good multiplayer. I have the second edition, and I maybe pick up a few of the newer edition.
I think the biggest problem is time.
Yes,
There's only so many days we can play things.
we can have like 4 a week. We just like do a different one each week.
And then like in 2 months or whatever, the Legend of the Five Rings one comes out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like eventually we're gonna get to the end of the Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah. But then we'll build new decks and go again.
Yeah.
But that probably at a
But
much slower
we could
pace.
we could take a break on that too. That like
Yeah.
when that happens and play another game
Yeah.
Yep,
for a while.
we'll come to that. Or we'll deal with that problem when we come
We'll
to
burn
it.
that bridge when we cross it.
No, we'll burn it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn my cards. All right, so before drawing my starting hand and look at the top 6 cards in my stack, I gotta choose 4 of them to sit aside in my NVRAM, my NivRAM, and then for one action, I can add 1 card from that to my hand.
As a reminder, for you guys,
I just get
mulligans,
5, right?
Yeah, it's
Mulligan
5
is
card
just like
heads.
all cards.
1 mulligan.
Pray to God.
Look at your hand. Could this be any
Could
good?
this possibly be worse?
What are the odds I can draw jacks with this hand?
Yeah.
It's
but I
zero.
like I mean I can't. It's
Actual
0.
zero.
Yeah, like there are none.
You know, like I think it'd be interesting to play this with like homemade decks, but it feel kind of dirty introducing like Jackson and Faust into like.
I feel like
Yeah.
this is, like
Faust
you said,
is
this is a
gross.
really good introduction into it and playing with. Sure.
No, but like, just some of the cards you
Pancake
play.
flipper.
Pancake flipper, like Cipher, just like
Fucking pancake flipper. it's
fucking
the worst.
Astro script if
Yeah.
you want to play that. Like,
Yeah, you could just run like a fast score NBN deck and like try to minimize the interaction your opponent gets.
yeah, they just don't.
Like
get
we're
to
not
play.
actually here to play a game.
They'd be very flavorful though. They're like, there's a Byro killing people, and you're like, look at this other news instead.
You're right.
All right, so I'm just going to right
NBN,
here.
reporting it first.
Do I draw all 5 cards?
Yeah, you draw 5 cards, and then it's an all or nothing mulligan.
And,
1 mull.
Yeah, and then you decide whether you think your cards could be any. You could if you can imagine a worse hand, you probably shouldn't mulligan because you'll get it.
So my max hand size is 5. Is that at my end of my turn or just?
Discard end of turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get more during your turn. That's fine. But since we have that rules booklet PDF brought up, because I forgot to bring one.
Judge, beginning of first turn, purge virus counters go.
I don't know what I'm looking for,
kidding.
but all of these seem to be bad. Some of them mulligan.
Okay.
None of them seem to do anything except.
I mean, your
like, if
runner,
you
your
don't,
early game
uh,
cards are pretty
If you
soft.
don't
yeah.
have any, if you don't have any economy cards,
Mhm.
that's generally not a great thing.
Usually, I'm pretty happy to keep almost a hand that has a sure gamble in it as the runner, or something similar.
Okay, good. I did not have a sure gamble or anything
That's a good choice.
similar, so.
Yeah.
Man,
Because
this is
there's
weird.
5 main resources in the game. There's cards in hand, money, and clicks.
Sick. All right, I feel good about this.
That's good.
I don't remember the last time I played.
Bring those first.
Cheating. evil corporation. And it's okay, it's the flame.
How it works.
Just how,
Also,
how it works, little man.
Also, you have like almost nothing to do if I don't play.
It's true.
No, it'd be ridiculous if you just
Yeah.
like run R&D 3 turns
Yeah,
in a
like
row.
three in a row. See if
Or
you
4
can
clicks
just
in a row.
win,
Like, let's just go.
All right, so I draw on the first turn, right?
Yep. Well, your first click is always draw.
Yeah. Just making sure I actually got it on the first.
No, first turn you don't get. You only get 3 clicks
Okay.
instead of 4.
What are we doing?
So
here?
for Bryn's remote servers, he can put things.
So we're gonna
face on
put
like that.
we're gonna put a guy down like this.
But he can trap me.
You don't know if that's an asset, an agenda, or an upgrade.
And
right
I can
now.
pay to destroy it if it's something else, and it has a pay cost,
Yeah,
right?
if there's a little trash can in the corner.
Nice little garbage pail, because all your stuff is garbage, corporation, man.
Fitting.
Okay, how do I put these down so that when I flip? Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. We'll install some ice over this new
Size
remote,
cards are always gonna be ice.
Yeah.
and we'll install one over HQ.
So this one's hand.
So this
right?
one is hand,
Yeah.
and that's what I get.
Oh, I'm already scared. I don't know what to do with myself.
Good.
I like it.
That's how you should be, little man. Is that how we're gonna do this?
This is your guys' game. You can... I'm not gonna tell you not to bully each other.
So he probably has a lot of cards that destroy my things, but that shouldn't scare me, right? I should just dive right in.
I mean, like, what's the worst thing he's gonna like? HB doesn't have a lot of direct damage effects, right?
Hold.
So you're pretty safe, just like slamming your face into whatever he's got, face checking.
So should I just got my initial instinct is
Sometimes-
telling me to be incredibly aggressive right now.
Yes, you want to be incredibly
Alright.
aggressive early game is the worst.
So then I'm going to activate this to add this card to my hand. Then I will, I believe, install
Oh come
this.
on, Ashton, Fang, you've never heard of Blue Eyes White Dragon?
So I'll install this guy for 1, right?
Yep.
And then I'll run on R&D.
Got it.
So then he looks at this. And I think I'll pay 3 to trash that. There's a virus on this.
And removing it via the just reduces the strength of ice,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll run again.
See,
on
Brad's
there.
got it.
Oh, this is like that one, but not as good. And I think that's it for me.
So end of Justin's turn, I can res something, right?
Yep.
So I'll res this Adonis campaign.
Sure.
My turn begins. I'll take some money and draw a card because I have to draw the card. Oh, I see. Yeah,
Should I
all
have
right.
another?
Yes, sorry, because you ran twice successful.
I'm going to create a new remote server.
Cool.
You don't know what that is.
I don't. So I definitely have no
And
idea.
For archives, cards that you know will always be
Face
face up,
up,
but
cards that I
Bryn,
don't are face down.
Yeah.
And then I can look at them all. If I run successfully, I
Oh,
can.
that's really cool.
yeah, you can access, but if you access any of them, you have to access all of them.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 1. We're on 1 click. 2. I'm going to draw a card. All right, well that's not what I wanted to see. 3, I'll gain a credit.
Green-eyed white dragon, so loser. No, that's fine. But just take it from the thing instead of this pile of.
Yeah, I thought that was your pile, and you were going to join the game as a serial killer.
I'm just gonna keep these and. Like,
And I have to
I'll
remove
scorch it.
these to trigger
Yeah,
its ability.
yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, we're gonna start by just.
They don't cost any actions though.
Mhm.
As you can tell, there's no click in the cost.
Cool.
So.
I think I'm gonna gain some credits. Just
2 money?
off from your pile
Mm-hmm.
before you yell at me like you did at Bryn.
I wouldn't yell at you, Justin.
And then
Bryn
I'm
can
gonna,
take it. He's Bryn.
I'm gonna run an R&D again. Just to
Yeah, that's
see.
what HB stands for. It stands for hairbrain.
What are you running on, sorry?
No,
R&D?
R&D, yeah. And I'll be like, okay, you can have another one of those. That's okay with me.
Well, that's not good. I'm really looking for some ice here.
And then I'm just gonna grab another buck. And that's it for me.
Okay. I will have checked that over there if I were you.
I think I know what it was. It was
Yeah, it's
the
this
card I saw
Maryland
at the top of the
campaign.
deck.
Yes,
That
so
we're gonna-
I would force him to have it. For it to be that.
Mm.
Oh yeah, but I would have just let him look.
I
care.
don't put up with any shit when it comes to bluffing agendas.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I
see,
mean,
Bryn
like-
knew you had that. He could put that face down and be like, just when we're on this, he thinks it's that.
It's
Thinks
true.
it's the,
I think
hell is
Bryn.
that called?
I could like just like Bryn shouldn't
Maryland
just assume
campaign.
anything about me because I'm crazy.
you're a loose cannon.
I'm a loose cannon.
Get some money.
You're the rebel,
Draw a
Justin.
card.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I really like these click counters, but these
Draw.
aren't Broken Egg, they're Team Covenant, to be fair.
Okay, that's good. Let's put some ice out here.
And I wouldn't have minded getting Team Covenant shits for all of them, but they were like more than twice as expensive as the Broken Egg ones. Was kind of like, eh.
Throw some ice out there for 2. The fuck, how much does this cost?
Bring on 8 credits here. Trying to figure out what the hell he's doing. Just
Yeah,
on
always.
4.
We'll install a new remote server and pass.
I'll shift your stuff in a little bit.
It's another one of those things, isn't it, Bryn?
I have no idea what it is.
There's one thing I hate about playing Corp is like it's so hard to keep your stuff compact.
Yeah, I mean, like, eventually these are going to start getting trashed.
You remember when,
like these
when
two
those-
will, so I can...
those Mumbad temples came out and like there's like Jinpeki acid thing. There's like,
It's like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm pretty sure I'm losing.
but this is awful. I don't like it.
Some money. Want to have a sure gamble?
Card
Good
is good.
choice. Give me a take a 1 off. Yeah, that's 5.
Actually, just keep it because I'm gonna
Spend 5.
to install this.
Magnum Opus.
Yeah.
Spend a click to gain 2 credits. That's better than usual. You do have to give me one of these still.
Yeah, right, because this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
a
it's
plus-
9. Yeah,
plus
that makes
4.
sense. Yeah. Nothing gets past him. Who are you looking for? The corporation?
No, I'm just looking out for both of you.
Okay.
On the plus side, this isn't a
Justin's
criminal
gonna
deck,
start
so I
eating
can
Bryn's
just...
cards. The rulebook instructs us to destroy
Yeah,
certain
it
cards.
does. So, like, yes, Justin is going to eat them.
I mean, I guess. That's what you. If that's what the people want.
I'll attempt a run on your hand, HQ.
Cool, I'll res this ice.
Sure.
It's an Eli 2.0.
Fucking sick. I'm excited to see this
Yeah,
card
this card-
because
this
Eli
card
1.0 is fucking
This
awesome.
seems good. Like, it costs way more. Okay, so you may spend 2 clicks to break 2 of the subroutines on Eli 2.0. The actions are the court may draw a card and the run and the run.
Cool. So then I'll just
Bounce.
So, like, if you do nothing, I'll draw a card and you won't get any.
and the run twice. Cool. All right, makes sense. That's it for me, I think, because I did.
So
one,
I draw a
two,
card
yeah.
off
If
that.
you just hit a wall that says end the run, it's usually called bouncing.
Cool.
For Netrunner lingo, and for you guys watching too, because you might not know.
This card seems awesome because you get paid back immediately what you put into it, right?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
and if they trash it, you're just like, whatever, I don't care.
It's got a lower trash cost than no.
It's 3, yeah.
It's got
End of your turn, I'm going to res another Maryland campaign because that's all I've been drawing. So,
Sure.
as
I
you
can
know.
confirm that.
as you well know. So I'll get
Hey Jerk Val, how you doing
a
tonight?
whole pile
Take
of
ball.
money here at the beginning of my turn.
Don't stack your credits.
Oh my god, Travis, I'll do...
People have to fucking see. No. I'll kill you. You can keep track. I'll take them away. You can keep track of your money on your hands.
Done.
Yeah, I got 3 money. You do have that resource. That's a really cool ability.
1. So
Yeah.
we got... Oh man, we're going to
Essentially
run
draw
our
9
spacer
cards at the start
real
of the game.
quick.
Kind of.
Yeah. Kind of.
Real quick.
I'd say like you draw like essentially 7 because like
Yeah.
it's to you.
It's actually very similar. I imagine I wouldn't be surprised if the people who developed this and the new painter from the Carcosa Arkham expansion
Yeah.
Is that what we want?
Same guy.
same guy or like talked about it over lunch or whatever.
Yeah, and they're both like,
We'll
yeah, works for
install...
both.
So we're going to make a new
a
server
cool
with a piece of
idea.
ice protecting it.
Cool.
So that's 2. Then 3, I'll get another credit.
Okay, well, I want to see what's in your post, so I'll take a run on this. Let's see what's
Quick one.
happening. Thank you, friendo.
All right, I'll res Heimdall.
E.
1.0. Runner can spend a click to break any subroutine on him. His subroutines are deal 1 brain damage and the run and the run. He's also like this huge Viking dude.
Yep.
for what that's
It's
worth.
pretty badass. You should be like,
It's
oh,
pretty
shit.
cool.
So then it would cost me. So if I wanted to, it would be these 3, and then all my clicks to.
You don't have to use any of those.
No, the
It's
thing
like
about
the-
Biroids is
yeah,
you can
is that-
just use clicks.
Yeah, because
Oh.
all of their ice is like a virtual construct that just comes and like tries to beat the hell out of you.
As an opinion,
Or
someone who plays the
bother
game,
you.
But
I
if
would
its
have.
strength is 6.
It doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter
Okay.
For his
because,
thing. That's the
this
ability
is
on
his
his
ability,
card.
right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
So if you're breaking subroutines with the ability
So
of
it's the
another
same
card,
with this one then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Strength only matters when you're comparing Icebreaker to it.
yeah,
And then what were you just gonna recommend?
I was gonna say you want to break at least the brain damage one because the brain
Yeah.
damage sucks. If you want to spend your entire turn to check out what that card is, that's up to you. He did spend 8 money to protect it.
He did. I think I'm going to, because
Alright.
it's the only way I find out what's happening.
you have passed the ice. Would you like to access the card?
I would actually. It's like no. It's like oh, let's see what it is. Oh, what the fuck is this thing? Whenever encountered,
I don't know. He's
upgrade.
new.
whenever encountered with a piece of ice protecting the server ends in which the runner broke at least once, he loses 1 click if able. Okay, so then that's just
It's just there. It's an upgrade.
yeah.
So like he could put install an agenda there next turn. That would be there to protect it if you don't want to trash it this turn.
Yeah, like
But-
you can pay 3 to just trash. it
It's
if
not
you want.
active until he pays the 2 money to res
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
So it is just sitting there face down.
I don't know if that's. Just let him stay. I just don't feel like that's.
Good.
I can offer you so much advice. A lot of this game is like subjective.
Yeah, I can
And
definitely. That's probably what's the hardest part about this game. I'll pass to you, Bryn, because that's it for me.
Also makes it such a good game is there's
Yes.
like so many personal decisions to make.
No. I get those.
Oh yeah.
I get to keep them.
Oh, I thought all that was Bryn's money.
Oh man, that
Oh
would be
my
so much
god.
better.
Oh no.
Keep your money over here and this stack of other money in the box where it belongs.
All right. I'm gonna spend 4 to play Biotic Labor. I
Cool.
gain 2 clicks,
Cool.
so I have 4 clicks to play this turn.
Sick.
That's
Would you like
okay.
your
I'm just gonna
fourth
use
click
them all up. I'm gonna install here and advance it 3 times. I will score
We're
accelerating
playing till
beta test.
7 or 5?
7.
7.
So I have 2 points.
Cool.
Where am I gonna keep these?
You can keep them
Up
like
there.
up here.
Like I guess it's not really important if they can see it.
Mhm.
So this one is when you score it, you may look at the top 3 cards of R&D. If any of those cards are ice, you may install and res them, ignoring all costs. Trash the rest of the cards.
We've heard down
And I
there.
mean, like, no guts, no glory, right? So we're gonna look.
This is a bad place. You can't see that.
Oh, she doesn't do too much though.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And we can keep your
What's
agenda
this guy
stuff
do?
over here.
Yeah.
We have to break through Heimdall each time. We're just done with it. Every time he wants to see what's in that
Every
server,
time he wants to
has
check
break
out
through
that
it.
server,
But
I
luckily-
will install this, ignore.
But now he knows what the risk
install
is.
and res this wall of static, ignoring all costs, and trash 2 cards. I'm finished.
Huh? What's our agendas?
What
Maybe.
if they are?
What if they are? I could just run and then I get more viruses on this motherfucker.
But Bryn could spend his entire turn to get rid of the purge virus counters.
I could.
It's probably not worth it against most shaper decks, but hey. You're not too concerned
Yeah, I
unless
mean,
they're
like,
like
if
on
you
a
were-
medium or something.
If you were playing Anarch, I might be worried because like they get Parasite, right? And that's
They
like,
have like, I mean, like, he could play Parasite, but I don't think there are any.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's in these decks really. I know sort of what's in mine.
No, he's like Parasites. Like if it's Anarch, yeah, they'd have Parasites, they have medium and stuff.
I got $2. Two
$2.
credits.
Yeah,
Credit
credits
dues.
are no good here.
I'll grab a card from over here. Because
Using your identity's ability.
yes.
Where are you getting them from?
The NVRAM. NVRAM. NVRAM.
I don't know what that is. It's pay
I'm gonna
5
drop
monies?
down this thing. Oh, I don't have, yeah, okay. One
Correct.
console. When my turn begins, I draw 1 card.
Card is good.
And I'm gonna run.
And +1 memory unit. Yes.
Sure, there's no ice. You can access those.
I just want to see what these are. Aggressive Secretary. It's another one of these guys. Cool.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
So is this dot is like the legendary one, right?
Yep, unique.
Which dot? Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Double
Yep.
Diamond.
Yeah.
New to
So
me.
like I can only have one of these
In play.
Simon Bellamy. I can have 2 of them face down, right? I just can't have 2 of them rezzed. Or can I only have one face
You
down?
can't ever have one. If you can have multiple of them face down because you just know what they are.
Right.
But you cannot res the other one if there's one face
Yeah,
up.
so like if I've got one res, I just can't res the other one. It
Yeah.
just sits there. And it's like bait or whatever. Oh, this guy should be done.
You can pay 2 money when he accesses a trash program for each advancement token on it if you would like.
I have no money.
There's also 0 advancement
Yeah,
tokens on
so
it.
we're good.
It's an option though.
It's a choice.
These are separate servers.
Get those.
As a reminder, you don't have to create servers with assets or upgrades, or you can create them with ICE as well.
Yeah.
So strategy on your side, Justin, the far server, he's got there with the 2 ICE on. He's probably looking at that being a scoring server.
Yes, that makes sense.
He's already put a fair amount of resources into building it up.
This guy's done. So when there are no credits left on it, trash it. But if it's trashed while installed, I can shuffle it into R&D. So does that mean I can shuffle it because it was installed? Even though it instructs me to trash it itself? It uses the It uses the same terminology, right?
No,
so
that's the point.
I can shuffle it back.
You don't
into my
have to,
deck.
though.
I'm going to.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
then,
that's what
It
that
seems
means.
like a reasonable
Every
card to have in my
so
deck.
then with this, then how do I get through this?
Okay, so your options here are like you can either start hammering R&D or HQ
Yeah.
to try and like catch them before he installs them.
Mm-hmm.
Alternatively, you just start drawing cards and clicking for credits with your medium or with your magnum opus, and like generally he's only got like you have 1 card in hand, right? 2. I mean, those probably are gens. They could be.
Yeah.
But you're probably a bit safer to start slamming R&D and try and get counters your data sucker to break through there 1 or 2 times.
Makes sense.
If I were in your position, I'd probably just assume that's an agenda, let him have it,
Yeah.
and set yourself up. This is a mid-game, like where I mentioned, he's probably going to score an agenda or 2.
Cool.
Like, you do have to, as a general, you got to kind of let him have his thing a little bit so you can have the late game advantage.
You done your stuff, Bryn?
See.
Cool. So
You're
I'll draw a
choosing-
card.
You're clicking it. Oh, you for that.
Turn means draw a card. I guess then.
Whenever I watch people play this game, I always make sure to point out that you don't have to draw a card at the start of your turn. Because
It's actually the thing I noticed on the runner side. You actually end up like it's like you run out of resources and then you gotta like spend,
restock a bit.
Yeah. With this, does that stop?
It would stop that.
Okay.
That is, like, this is just referring to it's generic.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
But,
I'm gonna gain some money.
sorry. You know what this symbol means, right?
Yes. Is it throwaway?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll grab some money for my first action.
I do want to make sure you understand the costs of your actions before you perform
Yes.
them.
So then to break this, I need an icebreaker.
It has to have 3 strength.
Yes.
It has to be able to break barriers.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well then let's start setting up for that, I suppose. I'll have a special order.
That's where you are.
If I had any other type of ice,
If I had not barriers.
this would be slightly more difficult.
It's just, I believe your breakers are like Dedge Deer, 8-up Gordian Blade, and Mammon.
Yeah.
I know it's not Gordian Blade that you want to break barriers.
Yeah, because that one's
That
for
one's
like
code
code
gates.
gates. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what the other 2 do, so
And the other 2 are probably new.
yeah. No, they are new.
So the Mammon and then
Dedge Deer, Deg Deer,
Dagar.
and
He's a
Adept
demon.
is probably one camp.
and then the other
It's
one.
like Adept or Mammon then
Adept's cool.
that might break the thing.
Well, it's gonna be Adept.
Duh.
One minor unimportant complaint about the U2 is they usually start abruptly.
I'm interested. That's an interesting statement. I'm curious what would be a better starting to you, because I could definitely do that. Because like I'm just curious of what you think would be a better start.
You could have like a little jingle or whatever.
Yeah, but then we have to like put it at the start of each recording that we do because we go directly from this. I'll think of something. Like, yeah, let me know what you think, and I will.
Take it into consideration.
Just gonna get some money. Can I get $4, please?
Absolutely.
You're up, Evil Corporation.
Brain Corp.
I'll choose to shuffle this back into my deck.
Sure.
Do I do this before or after I draw?
Before. Because you take the money before it gets trashed, you shuffle it, and then you draw.
What if we put in a jingle about Chad?
No, you just start out 1/10 play speed and then slowly speed the video up every time someone says the name of the game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna advance and score this guy here. His evidence collection. If I win the game with evidence collection in my score area, I reveal set 2.
Ooh.
Stuff.
That's all I got.
I'm excited now. I hope Ray wins. We get to reveal set 2 if he wins.
Draw a card from Ubax.
Duh.
The thing I noticed, they tend to start mid-conversation.
Yeah, I guess I could do an
Yeah.
actual make sure they start.
I mean, like, that might happen.
From time to time. Depends which videos you watch.
No.
I can't speak for the general board game ones, but for us in particular, we usually joke around about some garbage.
With this thing, because this is rezzed,
That means you have to interact with it.
and then if a card that's flipped up is
That means it's
like
res.
basically with this thing. So then is that only for face down cards?
Only for first face
Cool,
down, yeah.
that's what I thought.
I guess I don't need this empty
It's the
server to
background
take up
conversation
space.
that can
We
make it feel
just-
abrupt.
Let's make some. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This gives me +1
Yeah,
of those.
so you're maxed out on memory now.
Yes. And I'll do a run on R&D. R&D is the one I want.
A second click for your run.
Thank you, friendo.
I won't rest the ice.
Sure. Let's see what's cooking in your kitchen. Sure. Cannot interact with that.
Don't tell him 'cause he knows.
I mean, like, that means.
Oh, I mean, it's not one of these.
Yeah, okay.
Cannot
Yeah,
interact means that,
If you say
like,
can't
either
interact,
you
it
don't
doesn't have a
I guess
trash
it
cost,
could
you
mean
trade.
it could mean that you don't have enough money to trash it.
Still, you gotta play optimally in a casual run through this game that you've played 6 times before.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm starting to not really. I'm gonna just gain $4 again. I think.
So, like, the flavor play
I'm the
is to, like, have Eli 1.0 out
Yeah.
front and then Eli 2.0, so they encounter him, and he's like, you can't go in there. And then they pass him, and then it's like older Eli, and he's like, you still can't go in there.
No. See,
Yeah, you're not allowed to play Eli 1.0 though, they're on the list. You'd have to buy
see
additional
Granite
stuff for
Fish.
that.
What I do is I actually I usually just start the recording midway through a conversation, so that makes sense. I'll just be more aware of that.
Turn effects.
Just know that's exactly what happens.
Yeah, it's like it's very easy to fix on my end.
I am just going to get money this turn, Travis, if you would. I need 3.
$3 dues. $3 dues. Shine.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's not really shine, but
Draw a
pretty
card
good
from Ubax.
That card seems very good.
It's a pretty flower too. It is more than a pretty nanite plant. It's a complex, synthetic, intelligent distributed network, and a very pretty.
Oh, I guess this
nanite
also has
plant.
another virus counter on it because I did a successful run on.
Aren't you?
Yes.
That's correct.
Judge.
Kill you. I told you, you can keep track of your stuff in your hands.
Yeah, no worries. I got a pen and paper over here.
Do you want to start the recording with a welcome to the table, everyone? Tonight we are. Blah, blah, blah. That's a good
It's
idea.
not that bad. It's not that bad.
Just a generic intro would be good.
I also should have gained $4, 4 credits for whenever the corp scores an agenda. I gained 2.
Oh, yeah,
points.
right. I forgot about these.
I also have 3 programs, so I gained $6. I need $10. And then I close this file. Okay, this is a lot of money that I just got.
Bryn, do you need money randomly?
Oh, I mean, like, I've got whenever the runner makes an unsuccessful run. I can remember one of those. But that's okay. I won't take it. I missed it.
Okay.
It's good.
It's my first time, so I get it on easy mode.
Justin, I would like a handicap.
Alright, well, because I have so much money now, I'll do this careful planning. Choose a card in or protecting a remote server. Never mind, because this is not a remote server. I will run.
Factually correct.
We'll run your corp deck again. R&D, please. Yeah,
Alright, I'm going to res this ice.
Justin, make a Netrunner tutorial, make an hour long. You could probably manage that.
Probably.
We got
What does this
Itchy
do?
1.0. The runner can spend one click to break any one subroutine on Itchy 1.0. His subroutines are Trash a Program, Trace 1. If successful, give the runner a tag and deal 1 brain damage to them. So a trace means that I have to put money into it first to determine the trace value. So
Its
1
base
means that
is
it's base
1.
1. I can put 1 in, so I could say like trace 2.
Yeah.
And then you have to pay that much money or suffer the ill effects of the trace.
Cool. So if I am correct in this, I can spend 2 virus to lower it to 2, and then spend $6 to just break
Yeah,
it,
it's
right?
essential.
You can also spend clicks in
You can also
conjunction with
spend-
your
So
money.
if I go like this and then $4, that should be enough?
Yep, that'd break everything.
Cool, let's do that.
This is a good choice, otherwise this guy will shoot you.
Otherwise, this guy
Yeah,
will
sucker's
shoot
super
you.
good, and that's the reason why it's like cost extra influence in tournaments. And in multiple points with a voice synth.
Oh, okay.
We are the corporation.
It's playing Splatoon.
All right. I need a different sleeve, Travis.
Okay.
You just got money last turn.
No problem, bro.
I'll split it.
You're ultra pros.
I guess I should keep this over here.
I mean, you don't have to. If you want to sit there and shuffle your hands like the dirty magic player you are.
No, I've been trying to kick that habit.
I don't, it tilts people so hard. When playing from the corporation standpoint, use the voice synth and inverse the video colors.
Yeah. God, I have no idea what to do right now.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I mean,
It's weird for me to be here and not be like participating in the game though. I'm getting fidgety.
I think I just grabbed some money and a card. No, I have 5. I'm just gonna grab $4. Because in my mind, I'll pass to you.
Never nice things with me. No.
I feel like Brandon is just looking for more scoring, more agendas right now.
I mean, like,
Because last turn he got money to protect the top of his deck, which means he's looking for agendas. That's what my brain is telling me.
it means he doesn't want you there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, like, I never want you there, and I do want you to have to pay resources to see it.
it makes sense.
Right? Like, that's basically what we're both doing, is we're both trying to tax the other's resources.
Yes.
I'm going to just get 3 money this turn again. Because I am not drawing cool things to do.
You hate the chits, Chad. Why is that? They do not come with the game.
I'll draw a card.
I paid extra money for them
Duh.
because they're pretty. They have this like really cool, actually like almost 3D effect if you're looking at them in person.
Right, so also worth noting, Justin,
Yeah.
if you start a run, you don't have to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, so you
As
can
you
always
can
be
see,
like,
there's
yeah, you can
multiple
always be like,
options to
approach
jack
approach
up.
this ice. You can leave before you encounter it. If you pass this ice, you can leave before you encounter the next one if you want to. If you beat this ice, you can leave before you access the card if you want to.
Makes sense.
I appreciate your understanding, Chad. The chits, they're very nice in person. I can understand there might be a problem for the video, but they're very nice in person.
They're nice.
I think I'm just going to repeat this with spending 1 to run, 1 to break, and then
For money?
$4.
Right, so if you spend a click or lose a click during a run, I can add a card from archives to the top of R&D. Worth
Yeah,
noting. I didn't
Oh.
do that before.
Oh, okay.
I haven't done that yet because I forgot it existed.
Amazing.
So I guess I think I will spend the extra $2 as opposed to the.
Yeah, I don't want to spring
Okay,
this on
so
you
you
like
spend
midway
6,
through
I
the
will
game
give
after
you-
not doing it.
So you get those, but I'll give you 1 back.
Thank you. Yes. And, let's see.
Banker
Uh,
Travis.
Cool.
It's pretty
Oh,
lucky. You've
okay,
hit
well,
R&D a lot and haven't
Yeah.
hit an agenda yet.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
I'm gonna run on archives twice, I think, just to get some more virus counters
got
on
it.
this.
I cannot stop you. Would you like to look at the cards again or not?
Nah, thank you though. And then I have too many cards in hand. So I'm just gonna make 2 monies back, please, and I'll discard a card at the end of my turn. How about this card that Bryn saw earlier?
In this case, no, it does. It's new.
Oh, what the fuck is this?
Honestly, I don't think it's that great.
I don't think so either, unless like at the start of the turn, like.
I'll get
Yeah, like, no, it
I'll
definitely has its uses, but it's just, there's much better things to be playing.
I'll get 3 more money, Trev.
Like Faust.
Go ahead.
I'm going to repeat the run, spending 2 on, you know, I spent $6. Cool.
Oh, okay, so that means it's also useless to me. That's good to know. I think I had to discard a card. I did. Because I'm 5 as well, right?
Yeah, you're 5 as well. You're always 5.
Let's run there just for virus counters. I
Cool,
know it's
it's a
nothing.
snare.
Yeah, it's nothing.
It does nothing if you don't access it from R&D.
Sick.
Or installed.
Can I actually read what it does because you're able to
You
put
got
it
it.
back on the top of your deck?
Yep.
Potentially.
For reference, his deck only has 1 copy of it.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
the contents of your guys' decks are public information, I suppose.
Well, I mean, they are
So,
now.
They're printed right here. Would you guys like to go
No,
over them?
it's I wouldn't know what half the cards do anyway because they're new, and like I probably wouldn't even know what some of the cards I do know exist do.
Well, I have 3. That card is good.
Yes.
I don't know what it does.
It's been a while since I've like really played this
Okay,
game.
$4.
Sure.
You can go, Bryn.
Right, this time you have a pink one and a
Thanks,
green one.
Brando.
Wow.
Oh, he's sick. I will gain a money.
What set is the runner card unless you change your character from? It's not dated in Destiny.
We'll get one of those. I'm going to play Archived Memories. Add 1 card from Archives to HQ.
I'm pretty sure it's from,
And
it's
put
like
the
called
snare back in my
Reincarnation.
deck.
It's from like
Sure.
the Mumbad cycle, I think.
Makes sense.
Because that's where it's best.
Yes.
That's 2. And 3 is going to be this card I've never seen before.
No, it's called Rebirth, that's right.
Oh,
it's
I think it's
cool.
the one that costs 8, and then
Yeah.
you get 13.
Get 13. It's called IPO.
It's from the Liberated
After I
Mind.
resolve this, end my action
Chad.
phase. So I get five more,
There you go.
and I'm done.
6 draw
See
cards
you
at the
later,
start of my
Brad.
turn.
All right. Well, I probably don't need to spend my turn getting money anymore. Got a messed up pile.
Yep, Liberated Mind. Rebirth is pretty sweet, depending. It's really good with like Andromeda, I think, but
Dig Deer. Can help the single program.
Digdar.
Demon.
Lowers the
Sure,
cost by
yeah.
1.
Demon.
We'll install Mammon on it, I suppose.
Righto.
Just because, you know, what else do I need to do with my life?
Yeah, I recall Liberated Mind being pretty cool. I did get all of that cycle, I think. I have everything up to, I think of the first 4 or 5, 3 or 4.
You want to check what
think
this
it's-
card is again?
No, I remember that black dude with the 3 things on his head.
I think I have the first 4 Flashpoint sets, and I have 2 of the ones from Red Sand Zone.
You're up, Bryn.
No beginning of turn effects. Oh, good. He said. That's
See you later,
it.
OC Brad.
All right, so I'll pay 2 to install a new piece out here,
Sure.
and I will pay 1
What else is on Liberated
to install
Mind?
another piece out here. 'Cause I don't really want you messing around with that. And we'll install here, and we're done.
Start of my turn.
you only have the two small data packs, you should try and track down a copy of Opening Moves. Or get like the World Championship Corp deck. Because having Action Jackson deck is huge.
No, Action Jackson is like actually the best card in every Corp deck. Except this one because it doesn't have one,
Bonnie's
but that's
Fun
pretty fair.
Times. Thanks for the follow and welcome to the goddamn table.
I'm gonna place 4 credits on him. So I'll put 4 power counters on this guy.
Power counters are the one with the lightning bolt.
These ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, these ones are recurring credits. That's
Yep.
Just think this is all right.
No, Creation Control is a good choice. It's a very good box for...
Is Mamadou? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Action Jackson, he's a 3 of in Opening Moves.
Yeah.
You can also get...
Start of my turn
I've been
as well.
considering
Right.
getting the Opening Moves is like I think it's the first or second pack from the spin cycle. But you also get like 3 copies of him in the World Championship decks with like a full bleed art that doesn't have a border. It's
I'll be
really
careful
nice.
planning. This guy can't be rezzed this turn.
Sure, that's fine. All you're doing is saving me money, Justin.
I'll get $2. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if this is right or wrong, but we'll
Just
find
doing
out.
things.
Yeah.
Can I see that, sorry?
Sure.
Okay. It's kind of cool. For what's worth, it means you can pick like upgrades too.
Mm-hmm.
They also do full art as like sort of a promo. They do sort of a Friday Night Magic dealie, a monthly thing that you can apply to for stores or something that send out full arts. The Jackson actual full art alt art promos are very expensive though.
So we're gonna make a run here.
Okay, so when you run,
As are most of the older ones.
when he runs, I can res the upgrade before he encounters a piece of ice, right?
So I don't know.
That doesn't tell me anything.
So there's a space between him deciding to continue the run and before he accesses cards that you can res things. That's the
Okay, so like approach this ice.
Yeah.
You can't res it.
I cannot res
Then you
it.
have the option, do you want to continue?
Yeah, I'll continue the run.
Then you encounter the wall of static.
Yeah.
I'm going to res this before you encounter the wall of static, though. It's this guy.
Yeah.
It's Mason Bellamy. He costs 2. So whenever an encounter with a piece of ice protecting a server ends in which the runner broke at least one subroutine, you lose a click, if you can.
But I still continue the run, right? It's basically
Yeah,
we just
If
get rid
you
of
want
this.
to, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to continue, but
No.
But I mean, I feel like I'm in for a penny, in for a pound, right? I might as well go all the way.
I mean, like, you can just bounce off the wall of static. It's not a harmful
yeah,
piece
and
of
then
ice,
use your
right?
last click for something else. But you did already spend a click to play N3 money and play that card.
Yeah, so I think I'm just going to go to the end.
Okay. Encounter
so-
wall of static.
Yeah, we'll spend 2 to increase his strength by 2, and one of these to lower its strength by 1.
Yeah.
Spend one of these to break the subroutine.
Done. Counter with a piece of ice ended in which you broke at least one subroutine.
Lose that click if able.
I can put one of these on top of my deck.
Sure. That's synergy.
Yes. Synergy that feels strong to the person playing it, but not unfair to the person playing it.
And his strength stays the same for the rest of this whole run, right?
And then we'll put, we're gonna put...
Like this isn't just for the one piece of ice, right?
I believe that since it doesn't say until the end of the run, it's only for that piece of ice.
Oh shit, that changes everything.
You can jack out before you fight him at all, but that is my objective, is to force you to jack out.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Sometimes there's no.
poor Ken.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed what we had here, Chad. What you got to see?
Yeah,
Have a good
you'll
night.
find it on the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, because you
Yeah.
lost a click to this guy, I'm going to put this IPO on top
Sure.
of my deck.
Sure. I think Jack now is against Twitch terms of service. Yeah. Yeah. This is the end of our stream. It
It's
sucks.
done. Yeah, it's just until the end of the encounter with that
And then
ice.
I pull out. And then I
You
turn.
get to keep those, right?
No, they go at
Oh,
the
they
end
go
of
at the end of
That's
the
what
turn.
really. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you jacked out. First time the runner jacks out of a run, you may choose any number of cards in HQ and add them to the bottom of R&D. Draw that many cards. Close this file. So I will take both these cards and put them on the bottom of R&D and draw 2 new cards.
Oh, you'll probably see a couple at least until we're done Terminal Directive. You want to turn me off for a second, Justin?
Sure.
Thank you.
I closed this file, Travis. I need the sticker for that.
Don't fuck up too many rules, I'm gone.
Oh, I'll fuck up all kinds of rules.
All of the rules.
Don't you worry about that. All right. So that's your turn.
Yep.
I draw. That's neat. I'll advance and score this. That puts me to 6, which is an awkward number to sit at. Oh yeah, I gained 2 money for you doing an unsuccessful run.
I get 2 money for you advancing the agenda.
And so this is a second copy of Accelerated Beta Test. When I do that, I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the top 3 and install and res any pieces of ice, ignoring all costs. I will not do any of those.
My turn.
Go ahead.
Draw. We'll run on archives just to see what was in there. Sick.
IPO in the snare. This card seems very good.
Place 2 agenda counter when you score it. Yeah. Yeah, it seems good.
Yeah.
But I don't get to do that because
No.
it's only when you score it. Right?
Yes.
Because I stole it from you.
Yes.
Because I'm a thief.
Yes.
Who's the bad guy here?
I don't know. Like maybe me.
Get a virus counter. There. I'm gonna draw 3 cards just so I can start.
That
seeing
card's good.
what
Okay,
else there is to
decision
work
how you
with.
did tonight. Better than Justin is, I hope. Ooh, you scored a thing.
I did.
But Bryn did too. Oh no.
I advanced this and scored it and looked at the top 3 and none of them were ice and it's like, oh no.
Oh shit.
I probably shouldn't do that like as freely as I do when I was playing the other HP deck, because that HP deck had a lot more ice than events in it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of ice to make the stupid ID work.
This one's pretty balanced.
You're up, Bryn.
Righto.
For the economy cards, it's a lot easier to think of them as pluses as opposed to
Yeah.
lose 5, gain 9. That one's just a +4.
I did that just so they know I wasn't cheating without the god of the bank here. Oh, I have to discard down. We're
I'll
gonna get
install
rid
a new card here.
of this.
I will gain a money and I'll play IPO for it, so it's
How much
+5.
money? It's +5.
So I get 6 in total.
All kinds of money. Are those Team Covenant things? They come with the game. The click counters are Team Covenant. These shits are from Broken Egg.
So that's probably something that you can go to score.
I wouldn't have minded the
And
Team
win the
Covenant
game.
ones, but they were like twice as much. Or the Team Covenant ones were like twice as much.
I'm sure I
so-
don't know.
We corporations have nothing up our sleeve.
We're only working for the good of the people here.
I'm like, got lots of money, got some data suck counters, like He could probably res. He can almost certainly res that ice though.
Oh yeah.
Man, okay, so like the only ice I couldn't res is like that stupid 15 costed like Great Wall of China ice.
China.
I don't remember what it's called, but
That
it's
you
like a
just-
massive wall.
Hadrian's Wall?
It might be called Hadrian's Wall.
You
Yeah,
just-
where you
or
like
is it
you
Janus?
res it and then like pick it up to gain money.
Yeah, with the blue sun.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Look
one.
at my gimmick.
Like this is sweet. This ice costs fucking 16 or whatever. Like
Cheapest 15 cost ice in the place.
Right.
Pick up the game 15 ice.
you got it. Reinstall it
Five
because
on
I can
that
flip
guy?
it now anyway if I want.
But maybe it's.
And it's just got like 1,000,000 strength and like ends the run.
Hey, Mental Bill, how you doing tonight?
Yeah, I feel like I just gotta go hard on that motherfucker.
You might be right.
I could also be wrong.
You could also be
listen to
wrong.
Bryn,
He's
Bryn
corrupt.
Corp.
Yeah,
Bryn
he's-
Corp.
Brincorp is bad corp.
Yep.
Yeah, we're just gonna go all in on this run.
Righto.
We'll run here.
First piece of ice, I'm gonna res it. It's Victor 1.0.
Sure.
So he is, you can spend 1 click to break subroutines on him.
Yeah.
His subroutines are deal a brain damage and end the run.
Sick.
He is a code gate.
So I'll spend 2 here and 1 of these to match strength.
Yep.
Brain damage just, and I lose a card, right?
Use a card and your hand size is permanently decreased by 1.
Cool, let's go for it.
Deal?
Yeah.
It goes on your ID.
Random or do I choose?
Random. So like Bryn chooses, I guess.
Then it would be 2. Or I know at the
It's
end of my
just
turn
one.
it goes down by
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
You killed her.
I'm
You made me
glad.
forget who she
This
was.
decision appreciates your plaid color.
Oh,
Cool, we'll go
thank
for
you,
this guy
Indecision.
then.
A wall of static. You
Match
can't
it.
lose any more clicks because you have none, so this guy does nothing here.
And I will
So good.
Right, yeah.
break that subroutine.
Good. Heimdall.
2, 4, 6. Break 3 subroutines.
Let's see. Would you like to access this guy?
I would love to.
Nice.
So no matter what, evidence collection is going on for this game. That's it for me, Bryn. You can go.
I mean, I suppose so, eh?
I think so. No, the stuff in the text box only applies to the corp.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, sweet.
Because that's what she has. She does this on my side, the reveal set too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's your. Because this is the card that he got in addition.
Yeah.
So I'm going to gain 2 money and put this out here.
I'll use power cards there.
Cool.
Who wants to break your subroutine?
Winky face. How's it going, Mental Bill? Oh, I have to discard a card at the end of my turn. I'm going to get rid of her again. May I go, Bryn? Draw a card at the start of my turn.
Oh man, now I gotta find a way to win the game. This fucking sucks.
I'm just going to get...
No, this is the rough part of the game for you, where you're struggling to set up a server Justin can't get through.
I'm going to just get $8.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever.
You can go, Bryn.
Oh, well, that's handy.
Justin, I know you weren't a big expansion person, but man, between 2 cities capitals.
Yeah, Mike wants to buy it, but it'll be on his own, the own budget that he does. Because I'm not a big... I feel like the game works so well without anything. Like, the box is fine.
Between 2 cities is pretty good.
I'll draw a card for 1.
Just next year, you just give him the old run too.
What does that mean?
It was a play on how you're a runner and like give him the old 1-2,
Yeah.
run 2.
I mean, I feel like I'm going to run next turn.
I mean, you have a fair bit of mind.
My brain.
You've hit mine to install that guy at the top, right?
Oh yeah.
Kick it.
I mean, I probably could have dropped this wall of static.
But
He's pretty trash.
right now it's not so hot, no. I just wanted to make sure you were. That's pretty easy and brutal, yes.
Bryn, you entice me.
LJ.
And we'll draw 1 more.
Thanks for the follow and welcome to the goddamn table.
Done.
Draw a card at the start of my turn.
Oh, you roll the die. See here, you roll the die.
Oh, I feel like you're just trying to bait me, or you're just going to win. It's one of the two, right?
I don't know,
It's
dude.
one of the two.
Welcome to Netrunner.
Welcome to Netrunner.
And then Brent's sitting here, he's like, I have nothing. I don't care what he does.
I think for my first one, I'm going to gain 2 money.
Sure.
And then draw a card. See what else I can work with. Is this the life we're going to live? Eventually, probably, yes. Indecision, you son of a gun. You don't get one. You don't get one. I'm going to, I think, run twice on Archive. Just to get
Some
some.
new virus cameras.
Yeah.
Do you want to look at the cards again?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Okay, cool. It does, like, yeah, it's good.
This IPO one seems real good.
It seems pretty solid, yeah.
It's
I
a
mean, like, it ends
+5.
your turn,
You
but
just-
it's a +5.
Yeah, but you just play these your last click.
Yeah.
The other +5
Yeah,
and the game
okay.
costs
You can
10
go,
to
Bryn.
play, so.
Well, let's just hope that wasn't the thing that caused it to. Yeah, I thought it was the child.
Res the child.
You could have this child.
It was either child or man.
So we'll gain the money back that it cost us to res her. Draw for turn. Fuck yeah. Fuck are we doing? How the fuck? How the fuck do we win? Jesus Christ.
If you're playing HB, you can like cheese him out of a win.
No, I can't.
You'll talk to the child putting me grand make child burgers outfit. I'm pretty sure it's not actually a person, it's a robot.
Yeah, but yes.
The child is probably a child. The robot is definitely a robot. I mean, like, why would you want this robot and a robot child? Like, that doesn't make sense. A robot to look after your child for you so you don't have to do it? That makes sense.
We'll buy a robot baby and the robot take care of a robot baby so we don't have to. Like, why though?
Yeah, so that's 1.
It's decision time. Like, you could try and bust that server again, or you could just start slamming R&D and hope you get lucky.
Yeah.
Fucking, I
Focus
guess, like,
off
this should
3-2.
probably be a little more secure than it is. And I'll click to gain it back. For my last click.
Yeah.
Done.
Draw for the turn.
A child will look after my robot. I like the way you think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some money into this.
Okay.
Just trying to think of how much.
Remember, if you don't use them all, you're wasting it.
Yeah.
You do only need it for, like, code gates, though.
I'm gonna put 5
Oh,
in.
it's at the beginning of the turn, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's worse than I thought it was.
It's still fine.
Yeah, no, like it's an anything breaker,
It's an
right? So it's an
AI.
AI, so that's fine.
It's not
AIs are in general like a poorer return than like a Fractor is.
Unless they're Faust.
Unless they're Faust, in which case they play on a whole separate plane of existence and like
Down bad, what's that?
yeah. Let me discard all these cards for
Let me
for
discard.
stuff.
Let me discard these 2 cards I drew for free this turn.
I'm just gonna put her out
Sure.
because why not?
Because you're trying to look at subjective.
Exactly.
What would you even do? When you win the game with her score, area reveal set 2, add her to your scores in general.
I kind of just want to like
Okay.
tank games to learn what set 9 is.
I know.
Right? Like I'm real curious, but at the same time, I don't want to do that.
Oh, I was wrong, Justin. There's like 10 sets.
Sick. I'm gonna run.
Do it.
I'm gonna run here.
Does that even do anything? Not really. I won't res it. It doesn't do anything I want.
Sure, go to him. I'll increase him and then 2 virus
Sure.
to match it, and I'll spend 3 of these to break. Let's see what we got here. I'll take that.
And win the game. Very good.
Add
It was,
investigator dealt into your scoria.
All right.
So can I do this even though I just won with this?
No, game's over. It's
Oh,
done.
so we don't get to see number 2, reveal set 2?
Correct.
Dang. Sorry, everybody. I also have one of those.
God damn it, Justin.
It's my bad.
Oh, the next game will go a bit smoother now. You guys are more familiar with the rules.
And the cards.
Yep. You guys have a better feel for what's going on. Especially since we didn't fucking accomplish anything that game.
Yeah. Yep. Don't blame me. I put my thing in the thing. I tried to win.
Friends, right, this is how you do this.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
You played the girl way too late.
I did. I mean, like, yeah.
I drew all barriers at the beginning. It was just like, oh, like stacking these on a thing sucks.
I'm just gonna stop the recording.